And we are live, I think.
Alright. Do you have to play filled up? Yeah. Could you type me the password?
It's test.
Maybe you should rename the board or create a new one for the Twitch channel.
Yeah, true. I'll do that.
And it's our main channel that's live, not the second one.
Yeah.
Shall I post on Warmer on the Warmer forum?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, it might be worth to wait a couple of episodes before we do it, but it's also nice to spread it as fast as possible.
Yeah. You can leave the last one you were in. Okay, let's see if this is good. That should be fine. Yep. Looking good. We're up to 47 followers right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Why can't I see the chat? There we go. Where are you talking to Atnas?
Yep. I don't have it listed though.
Where are you talking to him?
CFGO.
Oh, in the personal conversation?
Yep.
Okay, the password now is Hest with an E.
Alright.
Also, we should tell them that every time they go into a new phase, they should write it in the chat.
Yeah.
So, like, if Marcus writes shooting phase, that means it's Marcus shooting phase.
Yeah.
I think that's all we need to keep up with the game.
Yeah. Yeah. What you want me to write on the Warmer forum? Now it's like this. Tonight, two of the reigning EC champions are commentating Warmer fans battle the game live. The players used the new Games Workshop Errata.
Yeah, you could probably say that it's a universal battle.
Yeah.
Have you sent a message to Atnas?
Yeah, but he hasn't responded.
Cool. It's still 10 minutes away, so...
Yeah.
Have you received the list from anyone?
Yeah, I have Mark's list in the Skype chat. We're waiting for you to receive it.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, then. Let's see if that works. Okay. The format is not good on the characters. Are you watching the stream right now?
No. I can do it though.
And don't watch it in full screen. Can you see the army lists?
Wait. Oh yeah.
You see how it is? And for some reason...
I think that's because of tab, right? If you remove the tab.
Yeah. Okay, so then it's not that hard to fix. Just gonna do that. Then we need space between the various different units here. Oops. There we go. Okay, let's see if that works better. Yeah, there you can clearly see Marcus list magic. Do you know if there are 2 level 3s or is one of them level 4? No, he's one level 1.
Level 1 and level 3.
Yeah, okay, so probably that's just a typo. I'm gonna remove that last one. Magic. There we go. Okay, and then we have bias.
Oh yeah, that's my fault.
And I'm not sure. You haven't received his list yet, right?
No.
And I can see at least a couple of guys have joined us already. We're just about to fix everything before the game. We decided to start a couple of minutes earlier, just so everything is done in time, and so that we can keep up with deployment.
Maybe you should remove the sound from universal level.
I could do that. There we go.
So this is what I typed.
For those of you who are already here, is the sound alright? Okay, he's doing it in another window. Maybe someone could tell him to join us. As you can see today, we have a different layout on the overlay, just something that we quickly put together. I've been working all day to get the resolution right, because it turns out it's more difficult to stream straight off of a web page, a lot more difficult than doing it from a game. So I had to change the resolution of only the web browser.
Could you read what I wrote to you on Skype and approve it? Because I don't want to put anything on the forum if you haven't approved it. It might be
Yeah, you misspelled commentating.
Alright.
Yeah, other than that, it seems fine. So, to make it a bit easier to commentate on this game, we're gonna have the players specify what phase they're in. So every time one of them begins a new phase, they're gonna say like, okay, movement phase, and then you know that it's Marcus's movement phase or Tobias' movement phase and so on. And then it's gonna be a lot easier to track. And as I asked before, is the sound alright? No echoing and stuff like that? I mean, it's probably not gonna be perfect with the equipment we have at hand, but as long as it's bearable, it should be fine.
I'll just go AFK first. Be right back.
Yeah. So we're currently waiting for Tobias. I think the universal battle sound should be turned off. Can we just do that to make sure it is?
Hello.
Yo yo.
Did you say my sound is echoing? It's a bit echo, but okay. So we'll see if that's because it's gone. Otherwise, we have to change up your microphone, I guess. Yeah, it's echoing quite bad actually.
Okay, maybe that's because I'm not doing the... Okay, we'll do this instead and see if that helps. Give me a second. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
So, is it better with the echo now?
So, yeah, testing for echo.
Yeah, should be fixed now. So,
right, that's
some terrain
good.
then.
Yeah, I need to give them permission to... yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I'm gonna put down some terrain.
I can load a HC map otherwise, if you...
okay, yeah, sure.
If you just give me permission.
Yeah, I think I actually removed my HC maps for some reason, so it would be great if you had them. So we're still waiting for Tobias to join the game and send us his list.
So we're playing on table 4. Which looks something like this.
Great. Yeah, this is a fun one.
Yeah, it's interactive. Actually, we can just start to talk about the the list maybe. I'd love some beer, but I'm gonna meet my girlfriend afterwards, and she didn't want me drunk, so no beer tonight, guys.
Did you get the list plugin?
I'll check. Yep, have it. Ooh, this needs some formatting though. It's comp 20, so to be I should have a higher comp.
Seriously?
Try to fix this. So I'll format the list now, so
Seriously,
I guess you have to... Bum, bum, bum.
For some reason the resolution of the stream changed. What the f... This is what I fixed. I don't get it. I don't get it. This should not be happening.
That sucks, to be honest.
There's no reason why it should do that.
But now it's good, right?
No.
What's wrong with it? Is it the resolution, or...?
Can you see it's like the playing field got bigger.
Okay.
And I have no idea why.
Oh, yeah, you're like zoomed in. Yeah.
I have done nothing, I haven't even left the game. Okay, I'm gonna try. Seriously, I mean, that's nothing has changed. I mean, we have done nothing.
Was it that you zoomed the table or something?
No, it's the same way it's been all day.
Okay.
And it was fine like a minute
I don't
ago.
get it, because it was fine like 30 minutes ago.
Did it change the streaming? Let's see here. Oh, it's still streaming the same. Magic. Okay. What might be the problem? I don't get it.
No, we had the same fucking problem as last time.
But why? Why did it all of a sudden change? Is it like...
No, we can't talk about lists either.
Have you changed the format of the list?
I'm doing it now, because it was really bad. I think this might work.
Oops. The fuck?
Alright, so I send you the next list. Let's go.
Yeah.
Alright.
Okay, there we have it. Just gonna edit this thing in here. Okay, we'll see if this works straight away. Oh yeah, cool. So some light in the dark, at least. Has Tobias been able to join? Yeah, cool, we have him here. So, roll for sides. So, I guess Tobias, you can hear me from the stream. To make it easier for us to follow, oh right, sorry man. We are asking that you write down what phase you're in. So for example, you say movement phase, and then we know it's your movement phase. And then when you're done with that, you say magic phase, and so on. Can you write the terrain, and I can keep seeing if I can make any sense of this. Why? It's the same resolution. No. Wait.
What happened the last time? Did you fix it or
no?
play with the run?
I thought I fixed it till today, and it has been fixed all day until now.
Did you like? You're still running it through Firefox and?
Yeah, same resolution. The browser is in 1280 times 720, I think.
Check the screen capture thingy. Can you just? Yeah.
Yeah, it's I just changed it. It's correct.
Might just be worth the skipped overlay then.
Maybe.
Or that part of the overlay. I mean, we don't miss that much of the map, but it's still irritating.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't miss anything almost, so.
Fucking shitty fucking program. Could it be something with lost frames that when I'm streaming to Twitch, but no, that shouldn't. Yeah, lists are open, and the lists are in the stream. If you are running full screen mode, just minimize the window, and then you scroll down and you see Marcus Engblom and Tobias Karinger, I hope spelling is correct there. And you see their lists. And today we're running the new end times Errata. So
we can see that Marcus have taken advantage of this and bringing 2 vampires and zombie dragons, while Tobias hasn't changed anything from a normal, like last edition or last Errata list. So Marcus is bringing 2 zombie dragons. One of the vampires have Ogreblade, Red Fury, and Armor of Destiny, and the other one is like more magic-y Lord with Forbidden Lord, Disper Scroll, and Charmed Shield. What do you think about the setup?
Who is this Foyer Wehrman? Is that someone? He should be here. Get out. Well, there are 2 dragons there. It should be interesting.
Yeah.
And you can also see, like, this is 2,500 points. Both of them have. You can see that in the list down there. You see Tobias he has 2,497 points. Should we maybe do it without the overlay?
I think it works now, right?
The problem is that, yeah, we could do it like this.
I mean, it looks kind of shitty, but I mean, it looks better than to have like the other.
Yeah,
stuff
okay,
around.
we'll do this. I honestly don't know why the size changed without me doing anything. So weird. I mean, all day it's been the correct size, and we've been streaming. We have another channel, Live WFB2, that we try stuff out and just check our sound and stuff like that. And we've been streaming to that one like 10 times today, and every time it's been great. Don't really know why it all of a sudden changed the size. Because as you can see, the stream overlay is not overlapping correctly.
Alright.
Yeah, maybe
So
maybe just do it like this. I don't know.
do you know if the players are listening? Glaupner is listening, right?
Yeah, I got the impression he is listening.
Okay. So we have the.
Maybe we could, before discussing the lists too much, we could at least start discussing the list and then we'll follow deployment. Because I regret not following deployment last time. Anyway, what I wanted to say about Marcus' list is that this is something that I think will be very common in the Errata, with the Errata, using so many points in characters that the list, other than the characters, is very thin.
Yeah. I don't think it will be common with double Summer Dragons, but
No, not
in general,
this
list,
list.
like a triple Dreadlord with a level 4 or something like that. Double Dreadlord with BSB and level 4 in Dark Elves, for example.
Yeah, and I should also say that Marcus has no heroes, so
Isn't really using more points into
characters,
than,
no, exactly.
Than Vampires usually do, because they always max out the lords and heroes.
Still think his lists look rather thin, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You shouldn't forget about those 2 dragons. Also, you have the Terrorgeist, and maybe by now Tobias regrets not taking cannons, I don't know. And he has no hammerers.
Alright, so. Do you know who won the role for choosing sides?
Yeah, I think Tobias won the role, and he's going from the bottom side, so we can change that right away.
Yeah. What do you think about the choice of side?
Let me just switch this one. And Tobias will have to let us know in the chat or something if we misspell his name. There we go. we go.
Alright, so Painbloom got 1, 1, 2. So we choose one of the ones to Purple Sun. He kept the 2 and swapped the other one for Spirit Leech. I think that's a good choice, but I don't really agree with the Purple Sun here, because the dragon doesn't have that high initiative, so it will be really risky to throw the Purple Sun here, even though it's really good versus dwarves.
Yeah,
I mean, the Doom and Darkness is almost as useful to break their stubborn.
yeah, absolutely. So I'm just gonna check here. I'm liking Marcus spells. Then again, I mean, War of Death or other Purple Sun on a flying zombie dragon, on a flying vampire lord, could be risky. You don't want to misfire that one.
Exactly.
But I mean, then again, you could put up some really nice positions for Sun.
Yeah.
Dwarf army. But I've heard that you don't really need Purple Sun, or rather, the Purple Sun doesn't help versus dwarves.
No, not if you play Hammerers, but Tobias left them at home, so I mean, you can still have a problem here. Who do you think had the advantage? I don't know, do they play with any advantages for having 5 more in comp?
We should probably give Tobias
500 victory points.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you type it or should
Yeah. Oh, hey, Ulf. Welcome, man. Welcome. You getting drunk tonight? I saw something about it's Friday, let's get shit-faced on your Facebook. Sounds like a plan. And what better way to pre-party than with some Warhammer, right?
Exactly.
Am I right? Am I right? Twitch.
So 18 people tuning in now?
Yeah, currently 18 people. Welcome everybody. And if you have any pointers as to our sound and stuff like that, just write it in the Twitch chat and we'll answer it as soon as we can. So we've got dwarves versus vampire counts. Marcus with a pretty hardcore vampire counts list. Really using the end times Errata, playing 2 zombie dragons. Should be fun to see how they perform.
Yeah. It could work great actually, because the dwarves didn't bring any cannons.
No.
For that really high comp here.
Exactly.
Comp 20 list.
But then again, it's really only one of the vampires that are particularly fighty with Overblade and Red Fury.
Yeah. And the dragon isn't really fighty.
No, not the zombie dragon.
It's like only the stump that you can use.
Sure. And Tobias is bringing 4 gyrocopters, so he's got the diverters to take care of the ghouls, pretty much the steadfast breaking units.
Yeah.
Maybe. You can't see the dwarf list. I can see it. Can you see it, Lage?
Yeah, sure. I'll try to update it again, see if it's missing or something.
I can see it.
Yeah, just press F5 on.
Yeah.
Or just update the page, and it might be there. Because we added Marcus Engblom's list before Tobias, so you might have joined just in between.
Yeah, exactly. So if you can't see the dwarf list, just update. Also, to the deployment, we see Tobias putting 2 gyrocopters behind the hill. Maybe making sure that they can't be screamed at by the terror guys first time.
Yeah.
Oops.
And we see
Let's see here. That should be correct.
see that Marcus is opting for like the central push. He won't be slowed down by the water there. Maybe one unit of ghouls might have a problem marching first turn, but shouldn't be a problem.
No.
Where do you think he will place the second unit of ghouls? Would it be to the right of the stones, or will it be like where he has the Wargeists now?
I'm guessing it will be where he has the Wargeist now.
Yeah, and then just place the Wargeists behind the water.
Yeah. Exactly. Just gonna see here
I think this will be very bloody.
Yeah.
I think the dwarves might have a problem here because they didn't bring enough artillery to handle all the push that comes towards them.
Precisely.
And since they don't have their cannons and no hammerers, or yeah, they don't have any hammers, so they might have a problem in close combat as well.
But what I'm thinking is that like let's say he would have had 2 cannons. He would probably not kill because he would probably be shooting at the general, right? Or maybe the scroll guy. Probably maybe the scroll guy because he's got less protection. And he's probably not gonna kill him. And then next turn, Marcus has so many things that can charge the cannons, and or at least charge stuff so that the cannons can't shoot his dragons.
Yeah.
I mean, well, of course. I mean, if Tobias would know that Marcus is bringing 3 large target flyers, he would probably have taken a lot of cannons.
Yep.
And that could have probably done the trick. But let's say he only had like 1 or 2. I'm not sure it would have been mind-blowingly good in this matchup anyway, because it's a bit like saturated. The target saturated.
Yep.
You shoot the terrorgeist and you do 3 wounds, and then it charges you.
Yeah. The main artillery that the dwarves has is in the 14 iron drakes. They could really kill anything in 1 turn if they roll good for hits. And have you noticed that they brought Strollus rune on 3 things here, so you can actually push versus the versus the close combat list? I don't really see that happening though. I think he wants to have his gyrocopters like burn away a couple of the ghouls.
Yeah.
And try to take it from there. You
shouldn't underestimate the gyro's ability to flame units. However, the movement on this table is going to be limited by the Terrorgeist.
Yep.
And his lack of units that can kill the Terrorgeist.
Yep.
That's really where the lack of the double cannons are going to hurt.
Yeah, the Terrorgeist will reign supreme, and dragons will have it easy to push. He is out deploying the vampire counts though, so you can like put his army on the opposite side of the ghouls here, opting for the left corner. Even though the shooting is harder to do from the double hill deployment that you get.
Yeah.
Line of sight obstruction here.
Yeah.
I think it's still a better corner to like get away from the dragons, because he will probably put him right behind that impassable there to allow his army to march. Because if the dragons just march in alone, I think you might have a problem versus that high weapon skill strength 6 attacks.
Sure, absolutely. This should be interesting. I mean, yes, just by looking at the armies, and I think the Terrorgeist being the deciding factor here, it looks like a hard one for the dwarves, but who knows? We could see huge tactical win here for the dwarves. So how are you liking the deployment from the? I mean, he's putting 2 Vanguard gyros on his right flank there.
Yeah. I like that. Allows him to burn the first turn if he would like it. I don't think it's a good move. I think it's better to just play it slow, go with them backwards.
Yeah.
Out of range from the Terrorgeist.
There's really...
He might bait the Terrorgeist to deploy there, which would also be a good thing.
There's really no reason not to deploy them on the line. I would personally have waited a bit with deploying these guys until at least the Terrorgeist is down.
Yeah.
But deploying him on the line, I think, is a great move, because you can always Vanguard back. If you see the Terrorgeist on the opposite side of the table, just Vanguard out of his screen range. Yep. And also, if you see the Terrorgeist deploying in a different corner, you can always just go your Vanguard straight forward. So I'm liking that they're on the line. Not sure I like that they're placed already. Then again, he might decide that he wants to wait a bit with his blocks.
Yeah. I guess that's the reason, because I had a good opportunity here to like reverse flank the Vampire Council list, but now I think he's opting for a like central deploy with with putting the ball throws there. I think he will try to defend them, and I can't see that working out for him.
No.
I mean, he really needs to hit with his crossbows and on the dragons and try to kill the riders. Because I don't think the Sun Dragon has that good leadership, right? It's like leadership 6 or something. So they usually fail their monster reaction. I'll check it. Zombie dragons are leadership 4. So when you kill the Vampire Lord, they're going down really fast.
Yeah.
Especially if that's like the vampire lore vampire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because then his army will just die straight off. So
yeah,
a lucky shot from a bow thrower might actually end this game really quick.
I like that it's the Red Fury Ogreblade one that is the general. I mean, I think it evens the odds a bit, because that's all eggs in one basket pretty much. On the other hand, I guess he doesn't want to miscost his general. Maybe.
Yep.
But that one is the fighty one, so he's gonna be in the thick of it probably. And also, as we said, we're playing with the End Times Errata. You probably have noticed that by the 2 zombie dragons. Currently not deployed, but on the map. But we're not playing with the End Times rules. So there's no Legion of Undeath special rules.
Oh yeah, by the way, do you know what the special character in the Dwarf's army do? The Gottrod Gudmundsson?
Is that even a character? I thought he named it himself.
Oh, might be. Yeah, Dwarf Lord and General, yeah. That might be true.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm so fucking stupid. Yeah, make fun of me. So now we have the vampire. Which one is which?
We've got the level 3 death on the far left flank.
Yep.
And we have the general next to the Terrorgeist.
So, as you see, he will play with the death one. He will try to be more offensive, I think, going up behind that hill, trying to get a purple sun off maybe. And I can see him actually play the other one a bit slowly.
Yeah.
Here, like trying to push with ghouls, and since he is on a large target, he can actually march with the ghouls 2 times, or even 3 times, to have them right in the face, and then actually, when he has the tempo, he can walk up with the dragon.
Yeah.
And as we
Absolutely.
said, the Terrorgeist behind the hill here to counter the gyrocopters, which is a good move, in my opinion.
Yeah. No, the Slayers does not have the wound on 4+ rule, right? However, I don't have the Dwarf Army book with me right now, but they do have the one rule that says that they can always strike back, right? Even if you kill 10 of them, those 10 can do their attacks before they die.
And they always wound off 4+ as well.
Are you sure they
Yeah,
have that rule still?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And their characters do D3 wounds versus.
Oh yeah, Tobias wrote there. I see it now.
Yeah.
And also, this is something interesting as well. Like, even if you've played Warhammer for such a long time, there are always those units and maybe new army books and stuff like that you're not quite sure what they do, and just ask to be sure, even though it might seem like a stupid question.
Yeah, always ask, because
yeah,
otherwise
always.
you can be so fucked. And for example, like the Banner World Dragon, you might think what it does, but if you're not sure, ask, because for example it's easy to miss that it gives dragons stubborn, and it's both armies dragons that are stubborn and stuff like that. That's those kind of small things can actually change up the matchup hugely.
Yeah. I think Mike has a fair point here. Do we know what base the zombie dragon is on?
It should be.
Okay, could you tell Marcus that? He could probably just scooch one of the ghoul units a bit to the side to fix it.
Thank you.
So we got the Slayers on the left flank with the Iron Drakes, preparing to receive the the purple sun, basking in the light. Quarrels in the center. I mean, he does have a few tricks up his sleeve when it comes to dealing with the monsters. They're not as straightforward as. Oh right, it's in the Terrorgeist box. That's true.
They're in the same box.
Yeah, I was like, is the zombie dragon really in the...
Actually, that makes a huge difference here.
Yeah.
With all that strength, 6 striking back. It will be twice as many strikes, or almost twice as many, so...
Scooch. How do you spell that? Oh, never mind. Yeah, I think it's
more fair. Welcome, Perstic, to stream.
Yeah, welcome everybody.
Who's Perstic is? Is he a Swede, or is he from somewhere else?
Perstic, that's Backen.
Oh, Backen, right. Nice.
The Twitch troll. Always around trolling, yeah. Wherever there's a stream, there is Per Steken trolling.
doesn't look like he changed the base actually. It says he will try to do it. You see what Gatrika wrote?
Yeah.
Shit, if only war bosses could ride wyverns.
And goblin war bosses, that would be cool. You could have a lot of them.
It's actually using Terrorgeists now, this would be confusing as fuck.
Oh, but he will change the name of them. So you have the Vampire Lord level 3, and then you have the Terrorgeist, and then he should change the name for that one as well.
Oh.
That won't be a... Okay, maybe for viewers.
Yeah, that's the problem. We'll try to be very clear here, which Terrorgeist is which. So for starters, if you just keep track, it's to the left we have the
Vampire Lord level
3 with death. The middle one, or the one to the left behind the stones, is the real Terrorgeist, and the one to the far right is the general with the fighting gear, level 1 guns. Got info from Dennis. If Makan don't win, he'll keep from the BSK team and Atlas will take his place. Nice! I like the odds.
Yeah, okay, so Marcus has put a star where you absolutely can't see it on the Terrorgeist. Yeah, that's better. So the guy with the star is the Terrorgeist, and we'll just keep reminding you throughout the stream.
Yep.
2 stars even. Okay then. So this should be interesting, and as Dennis points out, Marcus should win this. It's safe to say, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's 2 zombie dragons, so it's nothing you're used to seeing, but it's still like pretty angry Red Fury guy on top of one of them, and a purple sun shucking angry guy on the other one.
Yeah. Could you see here where he will put his rangers? I think I'd just go defensively, right? Trying to have the BSP and the rangers as safe as possible.
Yeah.
I like that he went for the refuse flank here. I think it's the way better move to do.
Sure.
He has actually had the Slayers to like soon off one of the dragons and the Wargulf, because I think the Slayers actually win that combat. They don't have that good save, and
they're pretty tough.
Yeah.
Where did the Slayer character, is he on the far left there? Yeah. So you have the Dragon Slayer in the Slayer unit. On
yeah,
the
and he
far
can't
left.
join any other units, you know.
No, but he could be on his own, and also on another place in the unit. But he's on the far left there.
Yeah. Right, so do you have any foreigners joining in, or is it only Swedes so far?
I think last time we had a couple of guys from the States.
Yeah, fun to see them again.
I'm gonna put out on Twitter that we're streaming right now.
I have one asking, it's this is comp actually, so we have the Dwarf army comping 20 and the Campus army comping 15. This is with the old comp system, it's not updated for the new Errata. Marcus, or what is, sorry, Rickard and Eric, the people responsible for the Swedish comp, have not updated the comp yet, so they're just playing with the old. And then we have gave the dwarf player 500 points as a start, victory points. You could add that into the stream actually, it's not showing at the moment.
Sorry, what?
The 500 bonus that we gave Tobias.
Oh, true.
Should be in the stream.
Absolutely right.
So now we can see the players going into Vanguard here. Might actually see the dwarves here playing it a bit defensive, I guess. Trying to get off the sunshots the first turn.
Yeah, you can't really stress enough how annoying a terrorgeist is when it comes to these things. Oh, he's actually pushing forward the Slayers.
Is he pushing? Oh my god, what is he doing?
He's moving outside of his deployment. What is this magic? Someone told me dwarves don't do magic.
Yeah, this is magical indeed. I could approve moving out with Iron Drake so you can actually shoot first turn, but the problem with doing this here is that Vorgulf is in hard cover here, so their attacks here, I guess, hitting long range hard cover with ballistic skill 3 is 6/7 actually, so won't be hitting much there.
Has he checked if the zombie dragon can fly past there? Past the Slayers, I mean.
Oh yeah, he hasn't checked it. I think it can. Or maybe not. He should
the distances are always
slightly angle them, in my opinion, to don't allow him to push through there, because then he will get this perfect flank for like purple suns and stuff.
Exactly.
What do you think happens if both the Wargulf and Dragon charges into the Slayers?
Oh man, I mean, like, you could ask me the same thing if those were hammers. I'd say the hammers would smash them.
Yep. Probably.
Slayers, oh, I mean...
They're still wounding on the same thing as the hammers, so shouldn't be a difference, right?
No, it shouldn't be, right? They should be better at killing the dragon than the hammers. Am I wrong? Did he actually roll what grudge he got, or how do you say?
Through some prices here in the beginning. He has actually. Yeah, 2. I think.
Okay.
I think he rolled like his hero is hitting the other ones too.
Okay, it's at the end of the deployment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Offensive dwarves. I actually practiced ETC dwarf lists. I mean, Tobias played dwarf lists against my high elf bus.
Yep.
And he was rocking some unusual plays there as well. No, I don't think Atnas is in the Twitch. He said goodbye at least, and
yeah, he said he wouldn't listen in. Yeah, he would listen to it afterwards. He hadn't rolled Ancestral Grudge, but he rolled it now and he rolled it 2, so it's the same result anyway.
Yeah.
Right, so now we have the first turn here. Gut Ripper got the first turn, so that's Tobias. Or actually, no, never mind.
Marcus got first turn.
Yeah, Marcus got first turn. He had +1. Forgot about that.
Uh-oh.
So now we have the charges, and this, this looks really bad for dwarves in my opinion. I mean, he did the right thing here, refusing the flank, but then he moved upwards towards
Since that is Marcus' fast flank, there's really no use pushing those Slayers forward.
No.
It's not like that Wargulf is just gonna sit there and wait for him. And the same with the Wargeists. Maybe we could even see a triple charge here on the Slayers.
Yeah. That might be really nasty. They can't even take fleas since they're unbreakable, and this will allow Marcus' units to push up really quickly here, and all of the Vampicat's units here have higher initiative than the dwarfs. Even the dragon, I think? The dragon is... No, it's 2 versus 2, I guess there. I need to check it actually. Where's dragon initiative 3? can't be 3, right? It should be 2.
I'm on it. No, it's 2.
So, yeah, initiative 2. And the Slayers have 2, right? They're like any other dwarf, or are they faster?
I don't think so.
I'll check. Slayers are initiative 2 as well. They might actually opt for Great Weapon if they charge here, to be able to remove some of the armor for the dragon. Because even if they're wounding on 4+, they will still have to penetrate that armor with normal strength, so they're only strength 3 there. And they have this strike back extra rule as well, so when they die. So I guess that's what he will rely on here actually, because they will die like flies, I think.
Well, this is, I mean, like, fluff-wise, this is brilliant. The Slayers just move headlong into... headlong up on a hill.
Like come on me, guys.
Yeah, waving their butts like in Braveheart. And the
Still,
vampires...
this could be dangerous for the Vampire Counts player if he misses one of the charges, and even though they're still kind of easy to do, it could be interesting.
So we got
Is the Vargheist facing this way, or are they facing backwards? Because, I mean...
I assume actually they're facing the other way, because they're frenzied.
Yeah, exactly. That was what I thought as well, but now they're smashing it, so...
Yeah, he's measuring it, but... he said Wargeist.
It says Wargeist charge. I mean, they're facing the other way. His charges with only the Wargeists.
No, he's charging with everything. Now, I assumed when he deployed them like that, he didn't want to get... yes, the one to the left... The one to the left is the level 3. And
so it's not really a fighty vampire here, charging. The Wargreif is not really that fighty either. So they will rely on their stomps, and they will take damage from the dwarfs before that. Dragon Breath is strength 2, I think.
Yeah, strength 2.
With armor penetration, but that doesn't really matter here.
Yeah, I mean, like with any other unit, I would assume that he just messed up the deployment with the war guys, but since they're frenzied, it wouldn't be strange if he put them in that direction to avoid having to take the frenzy test.
Yeah. Have you checked the chat if he actually said that they were facing the other way? Because otherwise this is... Wargolf actually missed here.
Yep.
And that's good for dwarves, I think. I mean, it should be. He's maximizing here, so... The Wargolfs could take some real damage. Now I think it should be better to go for the... Do you think Great Weapons or... I mean, Great Weapon will be hitting on 3s and... or wounding on 3s. That's hard. I don't know which is better. I like the way that he's going in with the dragon here, to try to avoid getting struck by the dwarves, like letting the soft unit tank here.
Yeah.
It won't really matter, I guess.
No, not versus the Slayers. Now I would probably go... Let me see what equipment is on the vampire. Because the war guys... no, he should go additional hand weapon here.
I guess so, right?
Yeah. We're on
The one
turn.
reason that I think that Great Weapon might vary is that this like last stand attack is made with his special weapon, I guess, Chosen Weapon. So it will be strength 5 and strength 3 hits.
Yeah, that's true.
And he won't be able to use like the additional hand weapon there, but he can use the Great Weapon, I think.
Yeah. This should be an interesting combat now that the Wargulf missed. I mean, I think that the Wargulf could well be like those few wounds that would matter extra.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a really good tank as well because he has the regen here. And comparing a regen with no like regen at all from the Vargeist, it's a huge difference here.
And I mean, the Wargeists are going to take some pain here. Now, the Zombie Dragon is -1 to hit, right? Is it enemy in base? So Army Builder says Cloud of Flies is enemy in base-to-base contact, deducts 1 onto hit rolls.
Yeah, then you don't know if this is only the one to the left or like the one in the middle. Actually, Atlas can easily just challenge off that dragon as well here.
Yeah.
Since every model in that unit can actually challenge.
And the more I think of it, the less I like the look of it for the vampires right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, for those of you who just joined us, we have 2 zombie dragons. On the far left, we have a level 3 vampire on the Lord of Death. In the middle, the guy with the 2 stars, that's a Terrorgeist. And on the far right, we have a Vampire Lord General. If you are watching on full screen, minimize the window and just scroll down, and you have both the armor lists there. You can check them out. Keep in mind, we're using the End Times Errata that came out a couple of days ago. That says that you can use 50% of your army in characters, pretty much, or well, 50% in lords and 50% in heroes.
Actually, I think I made a mistake as well. They can't challenge the hammers, they can do that. But he still has 1 character and 1 champion there that can challenge the dragon for 2 turns.
Yeah.
And that should be enough to like grind off the Wargeists. So much relies on the Wargeists here.
Yes.
They have 15, 12 plus 9. That's 21 attacks, hitting 4s, winning 3s. That's 11, that's 7-ish wounds. Should be 1 rank. Plus the dragon killing off 1 guy, then this could actually go way south for the vampires there. Way south.
So Terrorgeist screams. I'm thinking he moved the wrong one here or something. Marcus may be a bit confused here because the guy that's still standing there says Terrorgeist. So it's probably gonna have to change, switch places with those. Anyway, he only got 1 wounded on the gyro.
Yep.
There we go. So as we said, the guy with the stars, that's the Terrorgeist.
Yep.
So we've got the general covering behind the impassable. And 1 wound on the gyro.
I think it's the correct thing here to
Atmos has gotten
back
500 victory points because of comp. I've been sitting all day and just trying to get this overlay to fit. And I did get it to fit, but somehow it rearranged itself. So all that worked for nothing. So we basically just told them that make a couple of lists, 2,500 points with the new Errata. And they requested that they would have some form of comp, so they did calculate it just using the Swedish comp straight off, and I told them that it wouldn't maybe be the best idea, but anyway, they wanted to do it, so and since Tobias' list is well pretty soft in comparison, we decided he would get 100 points per comp score, just to get some sort of bonus for not taking any cannons and stuff like that.
And that's like the normal thing that we do in Sweden with a comp, or the most common thing. he chooses great weapons here. I
Yep.
don't mind that at all, actually. I think that could work just as good as the addition I have here.
Yeah, it's minor difference.
Alright, so they
And
are
we got
gonna
the
roll
challenge.
he failed the purple sun. I think you mentioned it before, but now it's the close combat, and it's a challenge between the vampire and the hero. Actually, could be an idea here to... never mind.
What were you thinking of?
Yeah, he could not strike at all as well here, or not take the challenge, and then the dragon will only kill the Slayer without overkill. But it's not very likely to overkill anyway, so... Oh.
But I mean, he's unbreakable, so...
Yeah, but for if he wins the combat.
Yeah, that's true, but it's I think he values keeping those dwarves alive more.
Yeah, probably. So here we can see that Tobias can strike back. Did he take stand and shoot, by the way?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Did he hit and did any wounds? No?
No, I think he hit the vampire, but he took it off the charm shield.
Oh, yeah. Could be really nasty otherwise. Strength 8.
Exactly.
So
we're looking at...
attacks, right? Or something? Strikes...
Is it 4? 4 attacks? Can't be 4 attacks. It should have 3 attacks.
Yeah, but additional weapon.
Oh, but didn't he take great weapon?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then it should be strength 10. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so this is the well, squishy vampire, the mage vampire. That's clocks in at 590 points versus a 125 point dragon slayer.
So that's 4 wounds into the dragon.
Boom.
Close to killing it right away. I mean, if you just kill the dragon right there, rolling 1 out of 5 plus there. Yeah.
We're actually looking at some butt whooping over here.
Man.
That vampire doesn't have Red Fury. Red Fury guy is the one hiding behind the impassable.
It's not 1 vampire lord, it's 2 vampire lords.
Yeah.
Come on, aren't you up to date, guys?
Obviously 2 zombie dragons. So, how are we liking the positioning for from the ghouls, or of the ghouls rather?
I mean, this is a really hard map to push with infantry, because it's hard to push through that water, and the deployment will always push one of the infantry units to go out this far to the right here.
Yeah.
The central one is fine. I mean, you're taking central control of the map with that unit, so I think that's alright. The problem is the other units, and...
The Dragon Slayer, I just have to interrupt. The Dragon Slayer almost managed to kill the dragon with his relentless strike.
I mean,
he did
he has
one
taken
wound
5 wounds.
Yeah.
Yeah. And dragon is 6 wounds, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. That would have been
Did you
epic.
do D3 wounds with it?
Yeah, he only did 1. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy shit, that Dragon Slayer is kicking ass. Oh, that's so funny. Marcus just went headlong into the Slayers. They're just kicking him back to where he came from.
Yeah, now he needs to take several strength 5 attacks each turn with that unit as well.
Yeah, at least I mean, oh yeah, gonna wait until the combat is over, but I mean potentially it could be could be a nice reform after breaking the vampires.
Yeah. See if he's aware that he is only weapon skill 4 here. It's easy to miss that they are only weapon skill for the Wargeists.
Yeah.
Right, 29 viewers now.
Sorry?
We're up to 29 viewers now. People
Yeah.
are tuning
Welcome every one of you. And we are watching a high comp dwarf list versus a well, pretty much no comp vampire counts, right?
Yeah, they're using the new system.
Yeah, I think
it's comp 15, he said?
Yeah, I think he ran it through the comp system, but as it hasn't adapted to the end times errata, you have to take that with a...
Yeah. So those attacks were from the first like wave of dying dwarfs, and now the real wave comes here. So we actually struck with every model here because of that Slayer special rule.
Yeah.
So that 3 stomps, so 3 more dead that can actually strike as well this turn.
Yep.
Along with the great weapon attacks that comes now. See if he remembers to strike like double. Yeah, 3 more death buffs. So that's 2 hits and 1 wound. This is a lot of combat rest for the vampires though.
Yeah.
So I think they will win the combat.
Yeah, it looks like it. But I like Tobias. He always plays these kind of soft lists. He's known for playing like goblins and dwarves, and when he's playing dwarves, it's these kind of gimmicky lists. But he makes very few technical mistakes. Like he remembers the order, for example, to strike with the ones who got stomped and do the death blows and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I liked
some bad dice.
Yeah. Yeah, that's some
under average on first and under average on second. So yeah, the unbreakable here.
Unfortunately, no good counter charges as well. Or either, rather.
No.
Which is too bad. I'm guessing the Warlock.
Is it a general in the?
Let's see where we have the general. Yeah, we have the general with the fire drakes or iron drakes.
Yeah, so he could actually charge in and challenge off the dragon.
Yeah, he could.
But
then again, how far is that?
2 rune of cleaving, rune of furnace. It's not that hard. 5 wounds. Yeah, might be able to tank that, or should be able to tank that rather.
He's not unbreakable though.
That is true, but yeah, the counter charge from the Wargulf can be devastating there as well. I think they just better off shooting off the Wargulf here.
Yeah.
Some really bad damage into it with the fire shots, strength 5 here.
Absolutely. I'm hoping they can reach as it is right now. They should be able to, right? 18 inches.
Yeah, they can move as well, so.
Yeah. So we're looking
and then you can finish it off with the bolt throwers as well. Stuck on some wounds, I mean.
So actually this is Tobias' first turn.
Yep.
I was a bit quick changing it to turn 1 second there.
And actually Marcus made a mistake here. He didn't kill the after champion, which is really important. No, I don't think so, because he stroked 2 attacks with it. So, and that's like
right, he did.
Big fucking mistake when you play with dragons.
Oh, that could cost him a lot.
Yeah, that could cost him the game. To be honest, I mean, that dragon not making any attacks this turn is huge.
Then I'm actually liking the
counter charge.
Yeah,
Yeah, then you get the banner, you get the charge.
So
You
let's
get
see
the
here.
rank. And you can actually just make way the general striking the wargeists and then challenge off the dragon with the champion. I think that's the best way to
So which one is the Lord? That one is the Lord.
the one at the
There
corner,
we go.
right?
Yeah.
And what he's
Oh,
thinking of
shit,
here
that
is
is close.
charging out with the general alone. But that could actually give cover to the Wargalf here, so I think that's risky.
So where do we have him? Is it? He's over there. Yeah.
I'd say that, I
I
say
say
either just the Lord, or I mean either the unit or nothing. I think it's a bit
yeah,
risky.
it's more than 9 this charge.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's see if we can get this back to the correct size. I think this should be the right one.
I mean, he's missing out on the rank and the banner, and he gets a riskier charge by charging out the general.
Yeah.
Misses out on the shooting, of course, but if he makes the charge, I almost think he will just whop everything there.
Yeah. Ah, he misses.
Then it. No, he hits it.
No, he hits it. Wow.
He needed 7, right?
Yeah.
10, so he needed
10. That's true. That's true. He's in.
Was it in the flank? I
Yeah,
thought
yeah.
it was-
They checked it.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in the flank. Yeah, the other unit was in the front.
That's a close combat of epic proportions.
Yep. See if he makes the right move here, just challenging with the champion.
Yeah. Yeah, and as I
Decides
said, I
best
think
way to fight.
Tobias, he's got that under control. He's not the guy who usually misses those kind of things.
Nope.
I think actually it's quite sad that he is playing these gimmicky lists only because as I've been ETC practicing with him, I find he's a pretty good player actually. And if he started trying to win, I think he could actually prove himself.
Yep.
Because let's face it, I mean, even if you're a good player, you're not going to go anywhere with all goblin lists.
No, it's only Dennis that can do anything with that. Yeah, we had a fellow dwarf player here, Red Skägg, 86. That says
Yeah.
go Atnas. Atnas is Tobias for those that are not used to
The
Swedish.
the Swedish Warhammer Fantasy Battles nicknames.
Yeah, exactly. And he's playing a Swedish ETC player, Marcus here, Painbloom, our dwarf player. Was that only 10 inches? Can he still flame?
Yeah, I assume.
I think.
He at least he
that
dropped
was
rocks
way.
on.
Yeah, that was way more than.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. It does one move. With the drop rocks, I almost called it the bombardment. Now you're absolutely right, Ulf. The winning isn't everything. But it's so sad to see the talent go wasted on old goblins. Yeah, raise your stunty banners. No, it's looking good. It's looking good for the dwarves.
Here, I think it's important to keep the two gyrocopters 6 inches apart, so he won't take that panic test that will easily take place when the Terrorgeist screams the next turn, and he seems to do that. And you can see that he will try to march block the ghouls, which is an effective way. 1 in 12 to miss that leech 10.
3 wounds on the ghouls.
Yeah. No, I think he made it on the Terrorgeist here. At least the first one did, and then he went with like 6x, so that's 0 wounds actually.
I like the plan though.
Yep. Yeah, I agree. I think you should try to take the Tergest down. Every wound there is important. Taking away the power of the Scream. If you can hit one of the spears later, you could actually deny the Scream quite heavily.
Yeah. Absolutely. And he does have the +1 to hit flyers rune on one of the bolt throwers.
Yep. But it is standing in the forest. But within short range, I think. So I don't think he got that much from standing into the woods. Do you know which bolt thrower is which?
In a minute. Actually, no. I'm pretty sure he said when deploying it, so we'll see in a bit.
Yeah, he hasn't added any information about it.
I think if I remember correctly, the left one is the one with +1 to hit flyers.
Right. So both will hit on. That one will have long range. Maybe not long range.
I think it's long range.
Yeah, it's long range. Yeah. The other one is short. So long range and soft cover.
Yeah, so it's going to be 5s on both of them.
Yep. And the other one is soft cover, but that's +1 to it. No,
the
that's
Iron
4.
Drakes count as moving
actually.
if it... No, they don't.
Oh, yeah, never mind. 5 plus. Okay. That was the one with it.
So we had a rules question here. If the unit counts as moving, if the character charges out, and at least according to DTC rules, well, actually according to the rulebook rules, even if you join the unit or leave the unit doesn't count as moving.
But they are still swift to fire, right? So they don't get any minus from moving anyway.
Are they? This is what DTC does to you. You never know any of the rules of these special units. Iron Drakes.
That's like insane.
Yeah, they're quick to fire. Oh, the champion doesn't have quick to fire.
Yeah, true. That has slow to fire actually. So you can't.
Rangers fire on the ghouls. Oh man, they hit pretty well.
I mean, if that would be the Iron Drakes on the Wargulf, that would be insane.
Yeah, that would be a dead Wargulf.
No, I mean, this kind of rolls is not important, since it's only like, yeah, now it's 2 wounds on the...
Yeah, exactly, you want them on the Wargulf.
This doesn't really matter. It's the Wargulf roll that since it is important this turn, and of course the close combat.
Yeah. Still chipping away on a couple of wounds, and I think we can expect Marcus not raising them back.
Yeah, I think he'll try for the Purple Sun again here.
Yep.
If that character is still alive.
Yes.
Might die to...
Combat Solution. Yeah, we'll see how hard that Lord hits. No, that's not enough. So, guys, how are you feeling about the end times Errata? Let us know in the chat. I was very sad when I read it at first, but then I got to thinking, and it might not be.
I mean, we always fixed this kind of idiotic Games Workshop things with the... what's it called?
Well, restrictions and comp and stuff.
Yeah, so it shouldn't be a problem in my opinion.
So let's see here. The Iron Drakes are shooting the Wargeist. The champion hits. He does 1 wound.
Yeah. Do you know if that's flaming as well? Oh man, that's good hits.
Oh, I think we're seeing it at Wargeist here.
Wargulf, yeah.
Sorry, Wargulf. Yeah, it's that.
And as we said, this is the main damage unit. That unit shoots like organ gun with short range. Or almost. It hits worse, but...
And with flaming.
Yeah.
Well, you could potentially have flaming on an organ gun as well. Right?
Yeah, true.
So, Mr. Flaxen. Yeah, it was the left one.
Yeah. And as I said, long range.
Might even be long range for the other one, but I don't think so. And it hits.
So. Yeah, so
and
it's 4+.
No wound though. Unfortunately.
You want the dwarf player to win here?
I always cheer for the underdog, to be honest.
Yeah, actually, you can put 175 points for the dwarf player here as well.
Oh, yeah, the Wargeist. No, the Wargulf.
Wargulf.
Man, those are...
Hits, wounds. It's not fire, so it will have the 6 to... oh, it doesn't hit. You said it was a 5+ before, and that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's easy to miss.
So let's see here. Mixed emotions. I mean, I've been thinking about it, and yes, some armies can abuse it, but then people are talking about these Dark Elf lists with a shitload of Pegasus and stuff like that, but there's really been nothing preventing you from that as it is. And
but people have maxing out the Pegasus before, so they will do it again. I mean...
Oh, but still, when maximizing the Pegasus as is, if you play 5 Pegasus right now, the 5th Pegasus, or the Pegasus,
whatever.
Yeah, he's pretty weak. Or at least the 6th one is gonna be. And yeah, sure, I mean 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 Pegasus is probably not gonna be very fun to play with. However, I mean, there are already lists out there that are not gonna be fun to play with, so we'll just have to restrict it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And if you look at armies,
yes, sir. You did a right move here, challenging out with the Giant Slayer.
Yep.
Oh, that's a flank from...
Ooh.
That's only 1 wound. Oh, that's like the perfect thing for the rock.
Yeah.
Because then you won't get the thumb stomp here.
Nope. Ouch. Yeah, it would have been sad if he missed that one for the dwarf player. Sorry, so, however...
Dragon, see if it takes the 3+ save here. No, yeah, it's run 6. So that's a 6+ save here.
Yeah.
Otherwise the dragon is dead.
Yep.
Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. No. It's 3+ save, right?
Yeah.
You should have a 6 save.
No, it's... Yeah, wait.
I need to check.
Wrong list up.
Oh, it's only 5+. Oh my god. Only 5+ save.
Yeah, okay, then it's gone. Yeah, so what we were talking about. However, I mean, like, okay, so the Dark Elves could probably do what they already do, but a bit more. But looking at, like, Ogre Kingdoms and Warriors, I think it actually helps them build more fun lists.
Yeah.
Because now you can do a Tyrant and a Slaughtermaster.
Yeah, or 2 Tyrants and a Slaughtermaster.
Yeah, 2 Tyrants and a Slaughtermaster. I mean, you can kit them up.
Yeah, and that's what I like. You could already do that, exactly.
Yeah, but you can kit them up more, and you can have 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 in one.
And same thing as you mentioned in the chat as well, that you can max out your Chaos Lord or even bring 2 Chaos Lords on discs, or double Star Dragon mentioned in the chat.
Yeah.
But I like that you can take a Star Dragon and a level 4, for example.
Yeah.
And you are giving up units as well. I mean, for example, the Dark Elf lists, you will give up the Warlocks or the Bolthorers.
Exactly. I mean, like in the Dark Elf list, I don't really see what you're gonna remove for those extra points in Lords.
No, exactly.
I really don't.
You give up like the other Pegasi and improve the Pegasi.
Yeah.
For example, my ETC list this year, it would be better to have double Dreadlord on level 4 than have the BSB than to have like the two not so great masters, in my opinion.
Yep. So we're seeing 5 Slayers die, and Death blows back 1 wound. And we're going for the Lord here. Doing 2 wounds, right?
No, 1, I think.
Didn't he have the strength 6? What? 2 runes?
Master rune of smiting, 2 rune of cleaving. I don't know what that is.
I'm gonna double check it.
Multiplied into d6. Oh, it's 1 d6 wounds then.
Oh, okay. So 2.
Oh, and strength 6, so that should be 2d6.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So that's 2. Yeah, then he wipes out the vampire.
Oh my god. Like a boss.
Like a dwarf.
Yes. Wow, epic. Epic.
Yeah, this is... We actually called it when he failed the Wargolf charge here.
Yes, we called it. We called it.
And I mean, he has been having good dice, but the odds were not in anyone's favor, I think.
Now we're only on turn 1 here.
No, 2. No?
This is turn 1.
Oh,
because he vanguarded forward the Slayers, and then Marcus got to start, and he charged the Slayers.
Yeah.
And then it was Tobias' turn, and he fired the bolt throwers for the first time, and now it's going to be Marcus' turn too.
Yeah, so you can add some points. You can add the Wargeist, that's 276 points. And you could add the Vampire Lord, 590 points. And I mean,
Wow.
this is so
wait.
typical, like making these risky charges here.
Yep. So 276, right, for the Wargoths?
Yep.
And
also one huge misplay here, not like striking 6 attacks into that champion.
That would have made a huge difference in this combat.
Yeah.
It would probably have forced the Dwarf Lord to take the challenge.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how.
I mean, it's still d6 wounds, so I think he will have made it anyway.
Oh yeah, his d6 wounds maybe not even.
Yeah. But with that counter charge setup,
anyway.
that charge in the first place is really risky. I don't know if Marcus was aware of the Dwarf Lord build, since we weren't. I guess he wasn't either.
With 590. Boom, 1541.
Alright, so what's the battle plan here now for Marcus?
Wow. That is a good question. I mean, he still has the kill your face lord left, but I mean, there's no pushover units on the board. I mean, the quarrelers, the stand and shoot, and great weapons, or the longbeards with also with great weapons and everything with steadfast. I mean, we're looking at 4 gyrocopters preventing the ghouls from reaching the combat as well. It would have been great if he were able to scream one of the gyros turn 1 there, which he tried, and he should have. I mean, well, it wouldn't have been strange if he killed it. So let's see. This is turn 2.
So it's a free here. Maybe some. I think that direction is kind of strange. Should be more straight on, but never mind.
And for those of you who are new, just joined us, we're playing with the End Times Errata. So that's why Marcus had 2 zombie dragons. But Tobias disposed of the mage one pretty quickly with the unit of slayers.
Yeah.
That was one of the... I mean, that was a pretty cool first turn, right?
Yeah. Do you think he has the BSB on the Longbears here? I mean, it's really tight.
It's tight, definitely tight.
I don't know who has the advantage here.
So on an 8, the ghouls are in to the Longbears.
But I mean, that's not that good of a charge either. He has high weapon skill and strength 6, so he just...
Yeah, the ghouls are gonna strike first. Yeah. But, I mean... let's see, he's gonna have...
I mean, the poison is good, but strength 3 versus toughness 4 and 5 plus armor save.
Yeah,
he won't do that many wounds.
Let's see, there's 6 wide, so it's gonna be 8 ghouls. It's gonna be 16, 18, 19 ghoul attacks. No, that's not gonna be enough.
So that's 3 wounds or something. I mean, the Longbeards hit... how many broad are they? They are 6 broad, so that's 12, so that's 8 hits, like 7 wounds from the dwarves.
Yeah.
And then he might be able to countercharge with the quarrelers, so that's not a good charge for Marcus. I think he would, yeah. Would be better off not charging there.
Yeah, it's a desperate move. I mean, I'm not sure how far the direwolves have to divert the quarrelers, but even without the quarrelers, the Longbeards are pretty tough, as you say, for the ghouls.
Yep.
And I'm not liking this charge either. I mean, at least he could like position the Terrorgeist for a scream instead.
Yep.
It's a March test without a BSB, but still it should 10. I guess maybe it's outside of 12. And now it's also blocking the ghouls if he can't hit the... and he can't hit the bolt thrower. Oh, that's terrible. So now the Terrorgeist is gonna fail charge, and it's gonna block the way for the ghouls, and he's not gonna be able to scream anything. It's a brilliant flee from, well, pretty no-brainer flee from Tobias there.
Yeah. He might be able to scream the other one. If it turns up. I mean, he will pivot it slightly, and then might be able to scream the other...
Gyro.
Gyro if he's lucky, but doesn't look like it. He needs to pivot it. Come on, pivot. No,
well, we'll have to hand it to Tobias. I mean, he's not making it easy for Marcus.
No, I mean, this is... that Terrorgeist charge is so stupid. Now we can't move the ghouls, and they will take double flames next turn. Because they should be able to position themselves so that the dragon won't be able to charge them.
Yeah.
They are not behind the wall.
What he probably should have done was just go all offensive with all of his 3 large target flyers turn 1. That would give him a lot more options right now, and there was pretty much nothing in Tobias' army that could deal with all of them. Or pretty much none of them, outside of close combat.
You agree with me, right? That he needs to be closer to the obstacle? He needs to be like 1 base closer.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. To get the defended obstacles, yeah. I agree.
I don't know if he should intervene like that, but I think it's fair.
Yeah.
Especially since Tobias is such a good guy, I mean. Don't come here with your ETC plays. Can he scream if he failed charges? Yeah, he can scream if he failed charges. He can scream if it makes charges as well. So they can always scream.
The filth.
Yeah, that filthy.
I mean, terror guys. Oh my god, they're so good.
Yeah. Do you remember in the beginning at the comp as well?
Yeah.
They were like.
Yeah, when you
They
can
were
get
good for your comp when you play double terror guys.
Yeah. I mean, like as a Dark Elf player, the Terrorgeist makes all the difference. I mean, if the Terrorgeist wasn't there, it would be so easy beating Vampire Counts. But you have to consider the Terrorgeist every move you make.
Yeah, all the screams.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hate it. Really, really hate it.
So do we have any non-Swedes in the chat currently? I think I saw Herminard. Yeah, welcome man, welcome. Would be nice seeing you at BSK.
Alright, so what do you think about him moving up his dragon like this? It will take 2 short-range bolt throwers, one of which have +1 to hit. That could really hurt to Vampire Lord.
Yeah, we have to consider that currently it's 20-0 for Tobias. According to the ETC victory points table.
True.
So the offensive move from the Vampire Lord I completely agree with. Now I haven't really checked any line of sight and stuff like that, but I mean he can always charge the ball throwers next turn.
Yeah, I like it as well. I mean, that's his only charge to make nothing of it. It protects the ghouls as well.
Yeah.
That no-brainer charge into the ghouls is not that no-brainer anymore.
Yeah, and
so even though he win the combat, I mean, it's still a problem that he won't be able to break the ghouls in one turn, and then the dragon into the flank should be able to weapon up as... No, maybe not, he still has the champion. Yeah, I think I still like that charge actually, because he will have a lot of static, can challenge away the dragon, and I think it will be an arm static then.
I would like Marcus's odds if he didn't charge the Terrorgeist last time. If he just flew with the Terrorgeist forward.
Yep.
I think I would like Marcus's odds, and that would also allow him to push the ghouls forward a bit. Let's see, what is it? We have a zombie dragon / Terrorgeist Kanga.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Asari agrees with us. He should have moved it first turn. Yep, I absolutely agree with that. Maybe Marcus didn't feel like being a bad guy and just pushing his dragons forward first turn and mopping everything up, but maybe that's what he should have done.
Yeah, probably.
Now, I think we called it. He shouldn't have charged the zombie dragon there, right? If we didn't call it, we should have. But I mean, that charge was...
I mean, first off, we said it was a good combat, but then the Wargulf didn't make the charge, and I think that made a huge deal, because then the Warguys needed to tank, and they can't really tank.
Exactly. Also, he didn't kill the champion. As we said, that made probably all the difference.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, if he hadn't charged there at all, he could just fly around, purple sunning, sniping, and just...
being a pain in the ass, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
And do like this push with the other zombie dragon the first turn as well, and just fly over with the with the first. I mean, that's the problem with the dwarfs. That's that they can't get into combat. Why? While they are in combat, they're quite good actually.
Yep.
And that's why they are so boring to play against as well. Because there are. Oh, I like this. Double charge into Terrorgeist.
Ooh.
I think that's really, really good. I mean,
Yeah.
you'll have charge, rear, and flank. That's 4 static. And the Terrorgeists can, at tops, make 4 wounds.
Yeah. And it's not gonna do it.
Yeah, and it's not gonna do it. And the ghouls are not able to do anything there. They can't charge any other two gyros for support, and he won't be able to reform it as well, because, or he might be able to, but it's slow leadership and you can't use the general.
So, once again, not a good charge with the Terrorgeist.
Yeah.
And I mean, we can't really stress how much better it would look for Marcus if he didn't do that charge with the Terrorgeist.
Yeah, I mean, just one of those 2 gyrocopters would probably be dead from this scream,
Yeah.
and he will still have the Terrorgeist. I mean, yeah, it's just stupid, just stupid. Well, not stupid, but it was the incorrect play at least.
Yeah. And it's of course easy to sit here and watch the game and comment on stuff like that, but then again, that's what we're here for.
Yep. And yeah, we might be harsh as well.
Like, the least you should do when declaring any charge is to make sure you know what will happen
when they
if
flee.
they flee or if they stand and shoot and so on.
Yeah.
Like every charge you ever make.
Yeah, even
like,
if
okay,
even if it is like this, yeah, if he flees, he still dies. You should always check what happens if he dies, because
Yeah.
it might be like you run 10 inches forward that you don't expect to, and then it's really dangerous because they can charge with 3 units or something like that. So always account for fleet charges.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, if he flees, where does he flee? Can you redirect? Do you have the BSB for the redirect? And so on. I mean, and also in this situation, he should be like, okay, should I even make the charge? Could I maybe just fly around and scream instead? Because, I mean, let's face it, the Terrorgeist is not a close combat monster.
Did you expect Atlas to charge with the gyros? I totally missed that play, actually.
I haven't even considered. Been so much stuff happening, but I mean, now that it did it, yeah, it's a good charge. It's a great charge.
Yeah, it's a great charge, but I think I didn't think of it. So.
Now, I don't think that he's gonna get the Terrorgeist from the charge. Because if he, well, okay, let's say, well,
he needs a wound to take it, or he needs to make 1 more wound than a Terrorgeist.
Yeah,
then he can actually scream the next turn. So.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is if he manages to scream one of them to death, that could really help him. But then again, I mean, he could die this turn. He's already taken 1 wound, so he's down to 5 wounds. Yeah. And Tobias has got 4 combat resolution up, right?
Yeah. So if he makes 1 wound and the Terrorgeist only makes 1 wound, then he will die. Because then he will have charge, rear, and flank. That's 4 combat press.
Yeah, that's true.
The 1 wound will take out the 1 wound from the Terrorgeist.
Exactly.
So he needs 1 wound here.
And the Terrorgeist hits on 4s and wounds on 3s, right?
Hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s. So that's 1 wound average. Strength 5.
Yeah, but isn't it toughness 4 on the gyros? No, it's toughness 5. God damn it.
And they even get us.
So he should only do 1 wound there.
Yeah, and they still have the 1 possible save as well. So.
Yeah. Well, this should be interesting. No, but I mean, as I said, I like the charge. At least they're gonna hold it there. Because I mean, when it starts to take wounds, the scream isn't that bad either, and the gyros are Legion 9.
Yep.
No, I agree, Mike. The scream won't be that great. Let's see, for DSK we will have End of Times and Monster Mash, since dwarves don't get so much from this, they get weapon runes on them. Great weapons. Okay. Yeah, I mean, sure. They used to get that, right? Again.
What?
You
Sorry?
could take runes on, or you could have
No,
runes
you have
that
never
were...
been able to take runes on the gyres.
No,
But
I mean on great
they do
weapons.
get the charge bonus, right? No.
No, I mean, Hermenard is writing in the chat here that to counter that dwarves don't get any bonuses, pretty much from the end times, that they have made a house rule that they can do runes on great weapons. I think that's fair. Because they used to be able to, right? Wasn't it this?
Yeah. But that was a rune as well. It costs.
Oh,
it costed
right,
like 20 points or something to be able to take it. I mean, this is still kind of hard. You can get the extra high strength versus high toughness and stuff like that. So I think they're still good. Are they stout? The gyres, they're not, right? They don't get the strength 5 on charge like other dwarves.
No, I don't think so. No. And top one actually missed the fair test. So I think he did.
Yeah, then he should be able to make a wound there, but he rather strike backwards since that's the rear bonus. So
yeah.
yeah, he strikes the back one anyway here.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, now that he failed the fair test on one of them,
I will strike to the side because you just need to make 2 wounds to survive here.
Absolutely.
So I will strike the one that's easier to hit.
Oh.
Yeah, important.
No wounds.
No wounds. Then.
No, it's not dead, right? He didn't do any wounds. You should have 1 wound left.
And then he can heal it as well in the magic phase. Yeah. He will probably charge somewhere, so maybe he needs a long one.
And the ghouls are not exactly aligned for a counter charge here.
No, they won't be able to do counter charge, and he won't be able to reform either. So he really needs to scream off 1 and heal it up.
Why is he putting wounds?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
That would
I'm just gonna put them on the board. Makes it easier to scream. Yeah, true.
Might be worth it here, actually.